Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 here in Memphis, Tennessee. From all the way to Warren, Arkansas, to Jonesboro, to Paragould, to Dyersburg, and all throughout the Mid-South, to Grenada and everything. Hope y'all have a great day on this March the 18th. And I know that we're talking fishing now. We finally got Frank Barton out of the studio talking about Indian motorcycles and everything. And this is what we come for. This is this week and next week are two of my highlights of the year, because not only today are we going to talk about the Bassmaster Classic, but next week we're going to talk about turkeys. And, boy, we're going to have this room full of turkeys. Now, we may have some in here right now, but I don't think that
there's 3 or 4 in here now.
At least. That's right. But we're going to roll it right off. You guys know out there, we've been talking about who we've got on the show, and can't think of a better guy that to kick it off on this Bassmaster Classic preview. Got Ron Wong in. We got Mark Copley from Strike Keen in. And let's just kick it right off with a guy that a lot of folks are saying this is the guy. Now, we don't put no pressure on him, but Keith Combs, 1 week out. Are you ready?
I'm ready, man. I tell you what, I've been ready for about 3 or 4 months. It's been off limits.
Well, how do you get yourself in this last week, Keith? Talk a little bit about our audience, and I'll let these guys ask you some real technical questions about what kind of frog you're using or whatever it might be. So, how do you get yourself mentally prepared on this Saturday before knowing a week from today? Hopefully, you're right in there in the thick of it, and things are going good. How do you get this final countdown?
Well, what I've been doing is, today I got to finalize my tackle and get it kind of, worked out for the type of baits I'm going to throw when I practice Conroe. But I've just been trying to fish as much as possible. I've spent some days, before Toledo was off limits over there practicing Toledo, and I fished Rayburn yesterday, and just fishing and, just trying to keep yourself tuned up to doing your job, going out and figuring them out every day.
Keith, you're trying to figure them out. The fish, are they post-spawn or spawning there at Conroe? Or what do you think?
Well, I don't know about Conroe because it's been off limits, but it's it's more south than Rayburn and Toledo, where I've been fishing, and the fish on Rayburn and Toledo, they're in all stages. There's still some left to come. There's a lot spawning. There's some that are definitely post spawn. So Conroe is going to be kind of wide open to however a guy wants to fish. Yeah. Whatever his strengths are, you're going to be able to do it in this tournament. Probably everybody that does well is going to be fishing different patterns.
And you're going to, the weather plays a big factor.
Oh, yeah, like last year.
The long-range forecast right now says
you believe that, huh?
That, there may be some rain one day, wind.
They don't know what it's going to do Monday. Come on now.
It's a matter of adjusting every day going out there, isn't it, Keith?
I think so. I think you can't get caught up in what you did yesterday this time of year, because it's changing fast. Pre-spawn is a pretty consistent bite, but when you get into spawn type fish, little things in the weather change them a bunch, and you're not going to have consistent weather in this part of the country for more than a day or two. So we're going to see different weather every day.
Well, I know that, again, we're talking to a good friend, Keith Combs, out of Huntington, Texas, in the area down there. And what I really like about Keith is consistency. And, Mark, I know you agree with that. 69 tournaments, in the money, 55. That might win the batting title, So consistency is an important part of the Strike King family, too, isn't it, Mark?
Absolutely. And Keith is that ideal guy for us, and that what you look for in a pro staff member. And every year he's always in the mix, and he's always right up there at the very end for Angler of the Year, which is one of those coveted titles that these guys love to go after, and we love seeing them win it. Yeah, Keith is and he's very versatile too.
This isn't his first rodeo.
No.
Come on. I mean, that's the thing about it, Keith. I know you've been at the Classic before. You know what it's all about and everything else. I love your Facebook page. All you guys keep us posted on how you're doing things. I really love. I'm looking at Keith's Facebook page, okay? And I look on there, and he says, "Congratulations to my niece, Tara Reed, and her partner, Cameron Close, for their win today in the Fan High School Tournament on Lake Travis."
Yep.
That family's important, right, Keith?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, especially those guys, they're going to watch them fish, and it's exciting to see how much better they are than I was when I was at that age. I mean, man, these kids, they figure it out quick. They do their research, and they love bass fishing as much as I do. So that's exciting.
Well,
hey Keith, talk about the areas around you as far as lakes to fish and the opportunities for anglers in the Texas area, and why these kids are getting so good so quick.
Well, yeah, the quality of the lakes is a big thing because we got a lot of lakes in Texas, and they're all different. There's not two that are even similar. Even like Rayburn and Toledo here, they're both fantastic fisheries. They don't fish the same, but we got tons of small lakes, and it's a perfect training ground. Around here, and it's that way in a lot of the country. But for these kids to go out and fish, it's really good. I know that the years that I spent down at Lake Falcon and Amistad when they were in their prime, I learned so much more about bass fishing down there when it was good. When you got a tough fishery, it teaches you how to get through a tough tournament. But when you can go out and catch a lot of fish, there's no better way to get confidence in catching bass.
And how quickly can you be on Lake Sam Rayburn?
Well, I can leave my house and be there in about 10 minutes.
There you go. That's a nice thing to do, and
about the same for Toledo too, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on where I fish on Toledo. It's so big, but no, I mean those lakes call my name quite a bit, so I spend as much time as I can out there.
What do you think? We're going to put everybody on the spot. What do you think's going to take to win this thing? I mean, you're looking at it from this.
Larry is trying to dig for some information.
I'm just trying to find out
what. Tiebreaker.
Yeah,
don't fold, Keith. Don't fold.
No. I mean,
No, I mean that's a good question. I think.
See, that was a good question.
Definitely.
Let me write this by Keith's name.
70.
70?
Around 70. Low 70s. High 60s, somewhere in there.
Okay, all right. So if
because the difference we're talking here between a regular Elite Series tournament and the Classic, this is a 3-day tournament.
That's right.
That's right.
The Elite Series is a 4-day tournament.
That's
right.
But it feels like 4 days.
You know, Keith, as busy as you are fishing all these tournaments, one of the things that I really admire about you is that you put on a lot of charity tournaments throughout the year, too.
Yeah, you do.
To help out the less fortunate. What does that mean to you?
Well, I mean, last year we did definitely the biggest event that I've ever been part of was a tournament that I put on at Sam Rayburn. And it was to help Warriors Weekend.
Yeah.
Strike King was a big part of that tournament. That was a lot of work. I tell you what, it was a lot of work for all the volunteers and everybody that was involved. But the minute it was done and we were breaking down the stage, all we could think about was how we're going to make it bigger this next year. So it's a lot of work, and it's all everybody that's a part of it, not just me. We just do it because it needs to be done, and the fishermen and the outdoor enthusiasts around this part of the country, they get a big kick out of it, and it's for a good cause. So. I'm just proud to be a part of it. And this year we're making it bigger and better. We really expect between the fishermen, we have a kids casting contest. We got some pros coming down, do some seminars and various things. And we think we're probably going to have 1,800 to 2,000 people on hand.
Wow.
So it's going to be a big event this year.
You going to have food?
we're going to have food, Texas barbecue. So
okay, Ron's writing it down now. What's that date?
I might have to be there.
Yeah. Ron travels for food. Have food, will travel.
Ron, you do understand the difference between Texas barbecue.
Oh yeah, there's a big difference here.
I'm looking forward to eating some
beef
brisket.
Yeah, that's
when I hit Houston.
That's what it's all about. And again, we're talking to Keith Combs here out of Huntington, Texas, about the Bassmaster Classic. I think, is this number 5 or 6 for you, Keith?
This will be number 6.
Number 6, okay. And everyone's a learning experience. I know that this, and I don't want to age or anything, but when you've been doing this for a while, so and I
started when he was 2.
When he was 2, yeah, I know that for a fact. But every classic is so much different. Of course, I'm from the day when they didn't know where they were going to fish the crazy thing, you know, and they get in an airplane, not know where we're going here, you know.
So Lake Mead.
Yeah, that's right. So you go into Travis. I know this has got to make you're going to have a lot of fans there. I mean, I don't know. Does this add to the pressure of it, knowing that everybody expects you to do good? And so, how do you approach that?
Yeah, it does add to the pressure, but I mean, I'm trying to think of that as in a positive way. You know, man, I appreciate anybody that supports me in fishing and wants to, you know, kind of follow what I do. So I want to do good for those guys, but you know, it's also an opportunity where I feel like you don't want to get caught up in just doing good. You
That's
know,
right.
you really want to focus on what it's going to take to win this classic. So,
yep.
And all fishermen know that in tournament fishing, sometimes you got to sacrifice a good finish to go out and try to win. So I'm going to try to keep my eyes just focused on, you know, what it's going to take to get you in that 70-pound range and try to win this thing. And if it means, you know, taking a big risk and putting yourself in a position where you might struggle, and you know that's part of it. But you know, I think this is my best opportunity to show out in a classic that we've had so far. I hope I make the best of it.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to let you go, and I'm not going to put any pressure on you, but I just got you winning it at 70 pounds. Okay, I just put it down.
Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa.
I'm going on
taking
right
my
now.
Pick.
No.
You're
I've already got
my
it.
Pick.
No, I'm going with Keith. Okay.
You read your notes.
Yeah, I read your notes over there. Keith, thank you, buddy.
Golly.
I don't believe in luck, and I know the guys here don't either. Just go get them, and I know you got a lot of fans in the Memphis area, particularly with being part of the Strike King family. So we hope to talk to you after the Classic. Okay,
and
buddy?
I will talk to you at the Classic, Keith.
Look for
all
Ron.
the best.
He's the only Wong there. Okay, we'll be right back. Thanks, Keith. All right, let's take a break. Come right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray.